Today I'm going to demonstrate Gigabyte's new on-off charge technology. In March, Gigabyte released a driver on their website called On-Off Charge. On-Off Charge allows users to charge their Apple devices using a Gigabyte motherboard. So today what I have in front of me is two motherboards. This first motherboard is a traditional motherboard that doesn't have on-off charge. And the second motherboard here is a Gigabyte motherboard that does have on-off charge. So what I'm going to show first of all is charging of an Apple iPhone. So I'm going to show charging for both devices when both systems are turned on. So I've got two iPhones, plug them both in. And as you'll notice, both iPhones are charging. Now I've got some voltage meters here to show how much power is being outputted by the USB ports. As you can see here on the traditional motherboard, it's outputting at 0.41 amps. Whereas on the Gigabyte motherboard with on-off charge, it's actually delivering 0.68 amps. Now this means that this motherboard is delivering more power to charge the iPhone. Now this more power means that you're able to quick charge your device. So it'll actually charge your device much faster than a traditional motherboard. Now, as I mentioned, Gigabyte has a software driver on March that they've released to the public. This works in conjunction with their hardware design on their motherboards. So they've done some special things with their USB ports, and one of the features is called 3x power. Now 3x power allows the motherboard to deliver more power than a traditional motherboard, and that's why we're seeing more power being delivered on this Gigabyte on-off charge motherboard. Of course, a traditional motherboard, they're only able to supply up to 0.5 amps of power. But with Gigabyte's on-off charge power, we're able to actually deliver however much power the device actually requires. So as you can see, both systems work fine turned on, but what happens when you shut down the system? And we'll see if it's still able to charge the device. So this first system now is turned off. And as you'll notice, it's no longer charging the iPhone, so no power is being delivered. But on the Gigabyte motherboard with on-off charge, as you can see, it's still charging at 0.72. So this is still quick charging this iPhone. But of course, all Apple devices are different. Each one has their own controller, and even different dates of manufacture have different hardware as well. So some devices, if you unplug it, plug it back in, will not charge. So as you can see, there's no power or very little power being delivered. So what Gigabyte's done is we've actually added another feature, and this is Gigabyte's on-off charge hardware port. So as you'll see on the motherboard right here, this little white guy with the red inside are USB pin headers. So basically this allows users to connect their front panel USB ports directly to their motherboard to use on-off charge. So I'll quickly plug this in, and out in the front here we've got the two USB ports, and we'll see what happens when I try to charge my iPhone. So I'll get this plug it in, and as you can see, it is able to charge my iPhone. So even when I unplug it and plug it back in, it's still being able to charge. And as you'll notice here, it's actually quick charging as well, so 0.75 and above. So Gigabyte's on-off charge allows you to charge Apple devices not only when the PC is on, but also when the PC is off. Plus it allows for a quick charge. Now what about other Apple devices? It also allows you to charge Apple's iPad Touch. See here, it's quick charging this device. And also Gigabyte is the first motherboard manufacturer to enable Apple's iPad charging as well. So as we see here, Apple's iPad is able to be charged even when the PC is turned off. So there you have it. That's Gigabyte's on-off charge technology. They're the first motherboard manufacturers to actually allow quick charging of their Apple devices, and also when the devices or their PC is turned off. And Gigabyte has this on a full range of motherboards, both AMD and Intel.